Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rustified podcast. Today we have with us Nafom. This is Nafom, everyone. Nafom is one of the head admins of the Rust roleplayers community. Nafom, tell us what that community is about.
The Rust roleplayers is a collection of people that we started about 2.5 years ago. Jack Sheprad and Max got together. Jack Sheprad and Rexmore got together to run an event. Reached out to a bunch of us. We kind of did it as a passion project. We slapped the whole thing together in about a week and a half. And here we are 2.5 years later. We've got a little over 2,000 members, and we about 3 times a year run major productions.
Yeah. And as you know, Faultline was from Friday of last week to yesterday, Sunday. I played in the event, and personally, you guys put in so much effort from the map to the storyline. I enjoyed it. I know my group enjoyed it. Can you tell us how long it took to create Faultline?
Yeah. So our mapper, David, immediately after our Armada event, started working on the map. I believe he clocked over 600 hours into the map. He also was joined by Caper Gaming, who did a lot of the custom monuments and map help with David. So yeah, that was the major storytelling aspect. Behind the scenes, we have 4 developers that put in countless hours of custom code to just have a high performance server. So when you run events of this scale, it's just hard to have those big epic raids all together at one time and to support that many people. We had a Nexus system to a custom server where a concert was held with over 140 people and about 200 people total checked it out throughout the duration of it. That went on for a couple hours. There's just endless storytelling and plug-in work behind the scenes. It's all custom as well.
Yeah. I personally couldn't go to the concert. I heard it was really fun from what I've been told. As well, I was only here for Faultline, but I wasn't here for the past 2 events. Can you tell us about those past 2?
Yeah, so maybe I'll just start from the beginning. That might just kind of real quick run through. So we had the last AK was the first one. It was a medieval theme. There was 4 kingdoms. They all kind of banded together. We didn't have any admin events or plugins really. It was a bare bones, pretty much vanilla 2x server. A lot of storytelling. We had the last AK. The admins just kind of creative mode built a castle that got sieged for fun. A group got the last AK. There was lore around it. Ultimately, it ended up getting stolen. I think the Emperor's mistress stole it and ran off, and she lost it, and it got recycled on the top of Dome so that there was no more power of this relic. So then we brought back. We had the Armada event. We were originally going to highlight the Deep Sea update that Facepunch was planning. It was a charity event.
Yeah.
We wanted to use the new boats, but unfortunately got delayed. So we still wanted to have an event. It was for charity. We raised, I think it was $15,000 for charity to the Tiltify campaign. Yeah, so we're proud of that one. That one, we had really custom plugins. There was a storm at the end. So any team that didn't have a relic, their islands would be destroyed. So throughout it, there was mini game events and custom development. We had bed wars and we had just all kinds of different custom stuff to have people try to win these relics. So all the islands that did not have a relic got destroyed by a disaster. There was a storm that wiped everything out. It was pretty cool. So then, because we didn't have the player-built votes, we had a run-back of the Armada event. David, again, built a 100% brand-new map for that based on what we learned from the first one. Went all out, more custom monuments, more sea traversal. The player-built boats. We had one team that built, it was called a One Piece, and it was a combination of, I believe, 5 boats. They found a way to lock them all together. They had like 100 people on this. They were floating around doing parties. Went super viral. Just everyone had a great time for that one. And then our most recent event, the Faultline. So the earthquake and the volcano that happened in the second Armada event kind of pushed everyone underground, or so they thought. Eventually, after a few days of fighting cobalt to make it to the surface. They were being kept down there, presumably for their safety. They were told by cobalt. They finally had enough. They wanted to break free and see for themselves. And lo and behold, they got to the surface and they were actually on Mars. So this whole time they were accusing everyone of being aliens. They themselves, I'm not sure if they were aliens or if they were projection or if it was all an illusion or what the story is. I guess we're going to have to see in the next event what all of it meant.
Go back. I'll be in there in a little bit. Yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. It's all good in the room. Oh, yeah. We, as I've known, the Rust role players have been a great community to me. Can I ask? Hold on. Oh, hold up. Jack Sheprad posted these videos for Cobalt, if I'm not mistaken. I wanted to go over them, and if you can explain what to the viewers, if there was like lore that you could explain, that would help. For of course.
So unfortunately, I stay pretty much out of the story for the most part. So I don't know if you want to do that with it. I can watch them and tell you my interpretation, but I can't tell you what Jack meant by them.
Yeah, it would be good to go over them anyway. So this is episode 1.
Good morning, and welcome to the Cobalt Corporation. If you are hearing this, you've been selected for subterranean clearance, one of Cobalt's most rewarding entry-level positions. Today is your first day underground. Statistically, it is also the day we will learn the most about you. You were chosen from a pool of many qualified candidates, and several unqualified ones, who are also being deployed. Cobalt does not discriminate. Down there, everyone is given precisely the same opportunities. You may encounter individuals already living in the tunnels. Some you encounter will seem friendly. They will share food and directions and concern. Trust only our uniform. Cobalt is the only friend you require down there. Your task is simple: into the tunnels and to work. The tunnels are cold. We mention it so you are not surprised. We will not be cold. We'll be up here, where it's warm. Should something happen to you down there, we will see it. We may not act on it, but we will see it, and that is a promise Cobalt is always able to keep. Welcome to the team.
Alright, that was the first video.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just go to the second one.
Good afternoon.
We're not going to go over that one yet. From what I see, why is my screen white? There we go. From what I've seen with, the Cobalt team, I don't like that it's white. Sorry, I don't know why it's doing that. I'm just going to stay on the video. Cobalt seems like this, kind of like a cult from the first time I saw it. It's like, only trust us, you only follow us, and it was really intriguing. The storyline was great, but hold on, let me make sure I'm not muted. I'm not muted, right?
Nope, I hear you.
Okay. Cobalt seemed like the good person, the caretaker in the in the vaults, because I know this is a Fallout reference, I assume. It just felt like that to me.
Yeah.
And I think that day one wasn't that intriguing for storyline wise. But don't get me wrong, it was day one. People were getting established. There wasn't really a lot of room per se. I know there was a KOS that day. Can you explain that?
Yeah. So KOSing is kind of outside of the lore. That's more of the technical piece, and I can speak to that. We originally built a system to try to identify KOSing and proactively teleport there and see it. Quite frankly, we were just completely inundated. We weren't able to manually keep up with it. People thought we were being unfair in the enforcement because some tickets would get answered and some wouldn't, and it just came down to being an insurmountable problem. We have committed that the next event we will not have manual KOS rules. It will be enforced by plugin. It'll be hard mechanisms that are unbiased because it's a machine. But yeah, back to the lore. I wouldn't call Cobalt a cult. They were there for your safety and your security. They were providing you air and water and food.
Yeah.
Security.
I'm a long time, well, not a long time. I played Fallout for at least at least a year of my life. And from what I know about the Enclave and the different factions of Fallout, there are cults, there are government organizations, and it just felt like a cult to me because they want to be like, you can only trust us, you can't trust anyone else, and it felt like they were enforcing, and that's just me. I don't know anyone else's opinion on that.
No, I think that's a good take.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing with roleplay is there's interpretations, there's multiple storylines. I personally saw cobalt as a metaphor for government, like, trust us, it's for your safety. That's what's cool about it. There's different ways to take it, and there's different ways to interpret it and to run with the roleplay. We saw some people saying there was aliens, and others, that there's clones, and there's sci-fi beats, there's political beats, there's so many different. There's the cult beat that you just said. So that's the true magic of it. They're unscripted events. Jack puts these out just kind of as general premise and starter ideas, but how people take it and run with it, that's the part that amazes us. That's the reason we put in the countless hours of producing this, is to see what people develop and what stories they tell. It blows me away every single time. It makes every sleepless night worth it.
Okay. Let me make sure the thing was still running. We're going to look at the second video. It's about 6 minutes. I might pause in between to ask about that. This is
Absolutely.
what I think jump-started the storyline, so we're just going to pause this.
I have some fantastic news from our military personnel. Our great commander at Cobalt, Max Mears, had these words to say.
They should know that Cobalt is here to serve, protect, take care of them. You should trust Cobalt, obey Cobalt. We just want the best for everyone. We can all live peacefully down here. We can all live happily down here. But we need to keep everything running.
All right. That's why I think it's a cult, because, and now it looks like a cult / kind of like government, like you said, where it only trust us, it's for your safety, but they're like military and all that. And I think with RP, it just helps reinforce, the storyline and all of that. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Really? I think it's a fair take. It plays off what I was saying, and I see kind of what you're about to get into, so that's where it gets really interesting.
All right. I don't know who Rust Force is. It just Jack and another area?
This was actually a completely independent faction. They have their own channel, Easy Media, I think is the name of it. They do interviews on YouTube with various creators. They've done one with Jack Sheprad. They do a good job.
All right. I think this part is where the tea starts spilling, and we're just going to pause it and see how that looks.
You think the media is telling you the truth? You've got it twisted. They are hiding dark secrets in that facility, folks. So we decided here at Rust Wars, we weren't just going to sit on our hands and go about the day. We were going to figure it out. Yesterday, my associate Ithaca and I went deep behind the enemy lines into their lair. And look at what we found. Look at this broadcasting facility that they have over there. Does this look like the facility of good, honest, hardworking people? No, it doesn't. It looks like something out of an evil lair. Look at this ostentatious tower with this stage presence. Who needs stage presence? I'll tell you, actors. That's right. They are acting. This is not news, people. This is total and utter conspiracy. And they will not stop conspiring until they have you all fooled. Look at this footage. Look at this footage here. We met this gentleman last night, the banished one, we'll call him. We'll call him the banished. Look at this. Look at what he showed us. Look on the screen right here.
This is the elevator, I assume, to the...
Over there's doors I can't open. I don't know the codes for them.
You know what hero rhymes with? Hero. And that's not all. After we got done looking at the broadcasting facility, we were able to borrow a couple of cobalt outfits off of 2 individuals who won't be needing them anymore. And we were able to obtain information from within the depths of cobalt during one of their secret meetings with the rat team. That's correct. The rat pack was there.
Do we know a lot about the Rat Pack? Because I've heard stories about the Rat Pack, but I don't know all the information in the Rat Pack.
Yeah, they're a faction in the event. Just some really aggressive players that did quite well during it. They were led by Keza. He's been known throughout many RP events to lead some highly successful teams that really push the story and keep the content going.
Inside Cobalt, having a secret meeting with them. And look at what we heard. Look at what we heard, folks.
I can show you with a bullet through your head as a kindness to you, to show you that we can bring you back right here and now.
Each time you are rebirthed, you are less and less your own. Each time you're rebirthed, there's less and less DNA to work with to recreate you. We have to put in filler code, let's say, and create as close to what we can as the original person.
Come up the stairs.
We're constructing our way to the surface. We don't know how far up it is, but you guys can go first.
Oh,
How about that?
Sorry.
I think that's what pushed the storyline and it got it running, because you hear surface and you're like, oh, there's surface to this underground world, and you pick up people, you get people interested, and you get people involved. Can you elaborate on the plan that was, if you were involved in that?
Yeah, so this is player interaction. This wasn't the Rust role player kind of official, if you will, lore. This was the interpretation that 2 teams took of it, how they RP'd it out. I thought they did a brilliant job. I liked their interpretation. This pushes, I believe, Keza was pushing the alien narrative. Lamb was trying to prove that you could get reincarnated. There was filler code. So what even is the lore? I think overall they're actually writing canon for Rust as a whole, for what is Cobalt, not necessarily for our event. So I thought it was really cool that they were able to think that big and to pull this off.
Yeah. Cobalt for me, and I think the next media video, you'll see why I liked the storyline, but that's the next video. We're still gonna pause this.
What they think is happening? No one leaves the mines.
Take this.
That's right. That's right. Believe your ears. They are sending them out to keep you distracted while they continue to work on their evil means to control us. What was in those tubes? Don't know. Love to find out. Why don't you put that in the broadcast, huh? Why don't you show us what's in those? Yeah, you're not going to show us. You're going to keep lying to the people. That's okay, because we will stop at nothing to expose you. We will stop at absolutely nothing to expose you. You understand me? As a matter of fact, this just came across my desk. Hold on. I'm getting a report now. Yes, okay. We have leaked audio footage from last night at the Cobalt facility, where apparently their lead researcher, their doctor of research, became possessed by some type of alien mind virus.
I think that's what pushed the alien motive.
Yeah.
Was the alien
Well, this
mind
sounds
virus.
like a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
Rust Wars, Alex Jones vibe. Can you trust the alternate media, or do you trust the main media, or do you trust neither?
I feel like we also see that, not trying to push aside the Rust part, in modern media as well. You have all these different platforms, and you don't really know who to trust based on their bias. And I think we see that with Rust Wars and then Cobalt. You have Rust Wars revealing the truth, and then you have Cobalt showing propaganda, kind of like Countries Today, where they show the world, hey, this is who we are, while there are people in that country or that area who reveal what that regime or government is really doing.
No, I think that's exactly what was trying to be portrayed, and that was what my hope was. We didn't want to take any political stance because we feel like it's an overall issue. It's not any particular political party. It's not particular to any country. It's just the level of where we are at humanity. So we wanted to parody it a little bit to bring that realization and to bring that link to people, so that way it would be relatable. You know, some of it's funny and fun here, but there is like kind of that deeper meaning to try to make a better emotional attachment to the videos.
Yeah.
Some type of alien mind. Apparently, is that in the broadcast? I bet you it's not. I bet you it's not. But let us play this tape that we've just come into possession of, and I think it will really give you an idea of what is actually going on behind those closed doors. What is actually going on? Take a listen, folks. Take a listen.
We believe that the director of our science division has an alien mind virus. She needs to be checked. We need to check her, make sure everything is safe, and everything can go back to how it's always been.
Clear the door, clear the door.
Clear the door, we're blowing in. It's how things are going to go from now on. There will be experiments, there will be changing how the clones respawn.
How the clones respawn. That, I love Max Mears. He is putting effort. I'm not saying it's a role or an act, but I'm going to say role.
Yeah.
His role as one of Cobalt's head officials and his role playing is amazing. In this recording, he's basically saying, head of research, infected, clear the door, experiments, and all that stuff. And that pushes for, I think, from day 2 and day 3, the effects. Because in day 3, it was all about, like, the experiments. And I know a few of my members and friends in the Enclave, because I was part of the Enclave team, they were experimented on and tested on. And it was like, and you'll see in the next video, but we're going to finish this. It has like, what, a minute left? Yeah.
There'll be fun ideas with fairies and flowers and personal feelings. New clones will do as they're told, and everyone will obey Cobalt.
I can't believe it. I mean, they're clearly not to be trusted, people. I mean, I don't know how many more times I could say this. If you keep sitting there listening to what they're telling you, you will be marched off to the slaughter. They will. Whatever is going to happen in a few days' time that they've clearly warned the rats about, that they're not telling us, whatever is going to happen, it's not good, people. It is not good. We need to rise up and stand against these tyrants. They're not to be trusted. They're lying to us. They've already shown that they're not willing to disclose what is actually happening. So rise up against them.
All right. This is what I also think pushed the fight back against the fight against Cobalt. As you know, the elevator wasn't it like the elevator was raided to the surface?
Yeah, they stormed a raid and pushed their way through and fought to get up to the surface.
And like you said, the surface was Mars or an alien planet of some sort, if I'm not mistaken.
That was my interpretation of it. That's what it felt like to me. It had like red sand. It was very foggy. The air felt very thin when I was trying to breathe up there.
Yeah. All right. This is the last video, and I actually am in the broadcast, so good for me.
Nice.
You'll see
Very
me
cool.
as I am. Yeah, you'll see it.
Last night, those SOBs from the Cobalt Dispatch sent their lackeys.
Can I ask if you know what this raid was about and where it was?
If you could play it a little more for context, I'm not sure yet. Unfortunately, I don't recognize that raid.
It was near the chandelier.
Yeah, I don't know myself. I personally, to stay unbiased, I don't get into the lore of the players during it.
Wait, let's check. Don't kill him. Don't down him. Let's check.
Sorry. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Because I know, because I played console for at least a year and a few months. And they tried replicating, like, events, but it was too biased, in my opinion, and I was an admin. And I saw a lot of corruption with some of the admins, and I'm like, you guys can't pull something off like this if you're going to be biased.
Right.
Like, it's not possible.
Yeah, that's why I stay out of the stories. I don't really, it's not that I don't care, it's that if I don't know what they even are, then I can't be accused of manipulating them. I want everyone to be fair. If there's a server performance issue or something that's fundamentally broken across the board, we'll address that. Just as a quick aside, one thing we noticed is that progression was pretty slow. We had kind of made a very specific map. We weren't sure how progression would be. People just were running the resources dry. You know, they were strip farming everything. They were killing all the animals. There just wasn't enough stuff for them to loot in order to progress as fast as they wanted to. So we made the decision to make the server a 5x server. Yeah, so we did that, and clearly that's fair. We didn't say it's 5x for this group, you know, or we didn't give any pre-warning. We just said it's going to be 5x right now. Surprise. Hopefully this keeps the event going. So those are the kinds of things that we do. If you quote unquote want to say we manipulate it, that's the way we'll address problems, is to change the entire game board. So if we were sitting down playing a game of Monopoly, now when you pass go, everyone gets $1,000 instead of $200. It seems more fair.
Alright, we're gonna pause this and finish the raid clip.
Jack.
Yeah.
I got you, Jack.
Thank you. I appreciate you. We're gonna win this.
Here, take some catnip. Tell everybody the love of catnip.
Love of catnip, absolutely. Thank you.
There you go.
Report that on the news.
We will rise above. We are the voice of the people.
Just last night, we actually...
I was at the meeting, but I was in the VC when the meeting was held. This was held by the Enclave, as far as I know. And I heard a lot of stuff went down here, so we're just going to figure out what happened.
broke into their research facility, and we saw the elevator to the surface. It's real. And I can tell you that later today, we're going to come back there. We're going to try and get back in there. We're going to see the surface. There's nothing that Max here can do about it.
There is no surface. This is our whole world, and this is where we must live together.
Enclave knows the truth. We saw the elevator ourselves. We will be back there later today, but also, they say they want the best for us. They want us to be happy. But I have proof that they treat us as nothing more than subjects for their experimentation. I've been to Site 5, and I've heard about my own people being captured by your people and being experimented on and probed.
Release the files!
Alright, this next minute is where I come in, so we're just gonna...
Release the files! You might as well release the files, man! He's gonna kill you!
I don't know. I don't know.
Release them! Kill them! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Stop. This is me. The bloodshed. Stop the torture. Stop the hiding. If there are secrets that are keeping us from knowing who we are...
They want you to turn on each other. They're sitting like a bunch of fat cats on a vault full to the brim with all of the spoils of their expanding empire built solely off the back of you, all the hard-working people of this place. And I say it's time that we take back what is rightfully ours. We will seize the means of production. We are the means of production. We are what they need to succeed in this world. But we don't need them. They need us. We have the power of the many. But I'm here to tell you, folks, it doesn't have to be that way. The power of the many can be in the hands of the many. If you stand and fight with me, arm in arm, we will go and we will storm that capital and we will rip them out of their homes, cast them onto the street amongst us. And I say to you, reject their false authority, reject their power. They do not know what is good for you. You know what is good for you, and it is not good for you to listen to what the Cobalt Dispatch is telling you. They're losing a grip, folks. They're losing their grip on the truth. And the truth is that they're telling you a lie.
Hold on, I'm just gonna close this out. I'm just gonna close that tab. Yeah. So, from these past recordings, I know that Jack Sheprad and his media team put a lot of effort into those recordings to showcase the storyline that a lot of people put together, not just, the RP headliners, which I love. Because you see in most Rust roleplay experiences, not this, but I'm going to say creators, I'm not going to name who have only certain people selected as the cover of that event, and they don't focus on what the people wants the storyline to be or how they shape it.
Yeah, so we kind of let anyone tell a story. Safe Boat getting up on stage and doing that bit, that was completely unique and of his own. Him getting electrocuted, that was the judges pushing the X. They didn't like the act. I don't think anyone was being silenced. Also, spraying water around that many electronics probably isn't smart either. The electricity and water don't mix. So I think that's more what happened.
Yeah. And then you saw my speech. I don't know. They could have interpreted it as the water, but I interpret it as Cobalt's trying to silence people speaking out. Because I have a clip somewhere that I will put in the video. But, yeah. It was just a lot of the storyline, and it was amazing. And you guys did a great job, and I cannot wait to see what's next. But on to the next topic, which kind of was going without saying. What are your plans, or I should say, holy stutter, the plans of Rust roleplayers in the future?
Yeah, so we're working now on a charity event next. We're working to actually try to hopefully hold that during Face Punch's official charity month. The actual structure of it, we haven't planned too much because we want to make sure we're within their guidelines and what have you. So, we don't have a whole lot to release other than there will be something else. It'll be 100% for charity. So we appreciate everyone that donated this time. The proceeds from this are going to completely cover the server costs. So that way it'll be 100% donated. It won't be like a split or we'll donate proceeds kind of thing. It'll be everything that people want to raise to play that event will go directly to charity.
Yeah, and I think that's great that you guys use funds from this event. And I know the VIP was $25.
Yep.
And I paid for VIP, and VIP helped. And from what I know, at least 100 people bought VIP. I don't know how much a server costs for Rust hosting, but I can assume it's not that cheap.
No, we use top-of-the-line hardware. So we actually have the absolute best processor and configuration you can get for a server. We put it in Virginia to try to be, we mostly have US-based people. So Virginia is a pretty good area. the reason we put it there is just because the data center coming from England, they actually have better ping than users in the US from Washington. So it tries to like kind of be that global centric. Unfortunately, you know, our users in Brazil, and our like Australian users, it's kind of a long stretch for them. So their pings aren't really that great sometimes, but we try to keep it as fair as we can and as performed as we can.
And I know if at least $25, yeah, at least $2,500 from VIP alone, if I'm not mistaken. If it was at least 100 people.
Well, I'm not going to comment on funding. I think that's a pretty sensitive subject.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah. We just do appreciate everyone's support very immensely.
Yeah. A lot of people bought also the resource packs, and I thought the resource packs were very fair. Don't get me wrong, because progression was pretty slow, and I'm not saying that's anyone's fault, but I know it helped people, like, as you know, Lux's Casino, and he used a lot of the electrical stuff that he got from the pack, and it helped him.
Yep.
And I think the guys did a really good job on that. And, yeah. I don't know.
Thank you.
Wow, this episode is turning longer than I expected. 40 minutes. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm getting caught up in my own words. But
No, I'm enjoying it.
The charity event in November, I assume you guys are still laying the foundations down for that event?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to, like, maybe, like, hints would help. Maybe, like, I don't like to pry, but, you know, it would be cool to get a hint about what's next. Because you guys did amazing. I know I keep saying that, but...
So I will say, you know, when I got to the surface, it looked like Mars to me. So however anyone interpreted it, it's up to them. But for me, it really, really looked like Mars.
Yeah. But I want to say to you on behalf... I'm not going to say on behalf of the roleplay community, because this is my first Rust roleplay event. Well, I just want to say thank you, because I had fun. I definitely did. There was a lot of geopolitical drama, which I love political drama, because I'm not saying I'm a politician, partially, but I love politics and all of that. And you guys, this event, focused on that. And I know my group did with the meeting, but I can't stop emphasizing. It was amazing.
Awesome.
I think my charger's not turning on. That's weird. Okay, it's working. But hold on. Alright, can you hear me? Sorry, my thing disconnected.
Come back.
I'm back. I don't know why I did that. But I think we're about to cut the video short. Not really short. It's been 40 minutes of content. Thank you, Napalm, for this interview. I hope next time to do Jack to help enlighten us on the RP aspect. You helped a lot with the technical. And I just want to say thank you.
Thank you for being there and for, you know, doing the interview, helping promote our organization. We appreciate every single one of you. We're currently going through looking for feedback. We have a survey out, so we encourage people to fill that out. If you're listening to this and you aren't sure what we're talking about, you can find us at rustroleplayers.com. Come check us out.
I'll put the Discord in the description.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yep. Credits to Jack Sheprad for the Cobalt news video. I'll also put him in.
Yeah.
Is there any socials I should put you for, Napalm?
No, I'm the mysterious guy behind the scenes. I don't get out there. I'm not a public figure.
All right.
Well,
thank you. And hopefully we'll see you in another episode.
Yeah, happy to have me. Happy to be here and look forward to talking with you in the future. Hopefully I did good for you.
Oh, you were amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Hope you have a great day.
You too. God
Bye.
bless. Alright. I think that's it for today, guys. Thank you for spending 40 minutes watching us yap. But then again, it's a podcast. Thank you all, and I hope we see you next time. Bye.